the guardian of dust and glass. In the corner of the forgotten nursery, where the wallpaper peeled like sunburnt skin, Silas sat perfectly still. He was a creature of mohair and sawdust, his fur thinned by decades of love and subsequent abandonment. Around him, the air was heavy with the scent of cedar and the quiet weight of years. The heavy oak door creaked on rusted hinges, admitting a sliver of the outside world. Elias stepped into the room, his silhouette long and trembling against the floorboards. He had not walked these boards since the world was young, and his knees didn't ache with every change in the weather. Silas felt the floorboards groan under the familiar weight. As Elias approached, the bear's hyper-realistic glass eyes caught the light. In those dark, polished orbs, the room was curved and strange, and the reflection of a lined, weary face began to sharpen. Elias reached up, his fingers gnarled like the roots of an ancient willow. He lifted Silas from the shelf with a gentleness that defied his age. The bear felt the warmth of the man's palms, a heat that sparked 1,000 dormant memories buried deep within his cotton heart. Suddenly, the dust seemed to swirl into shapes of the past. Silas remembered a boy with boundless energy who used to drag him through meadows of tall grass. In those days, Silas wasn't a relic. He was a knight, a co-pilot, and a confidant who kept the monsters under the bed at bay. The years turned like pages in a wind-blown book. Silas saw the boy grow tall and strong, eventually trading wooden blocks for letters and luggage. He remembered the day Elias had kissed the top of his fuzzy head and placed him on the shelf, promising to return before the moon rose high. But the moon had risen and set thousands of times, and the dust had settled in thick, gray blankets. Back in the present, Elias sank into the old rocking chair, pulling Silas into the crook of his arm. The chair groaned a rhythmic, wooden lullaby that echoed through the empty house. Elias's hand, spotted with age, stroked Silas's frayed ears. The bear's glass eyes remained fixed on the man, witnessing the silent tears that traced paths through the dust on the man's cheeks. They were two survivors of time, anchored to each other in a sea of shifting shadows. The light from the hallway began to fade as the sun dipped below the horizon. The nursery transformed into a kingdom of silhouettes. Silas stood guard even as the grip on his middle loosened slightly, his glass eyes never blinking, never wavering in their silent vigil. Elias closed his eyes, his breathing slowing to the pace of the falling dust. Silas remained, the silver-furred sentinel of a lifetime of secrets. In the deep, moody dark of the nursery, the old man and his bear were finally, perfectly home.